My dear friends, I do join in welcoming all the great dignitaries who are here. If I can have your attention, please. We're also thrilled to welcome in the mayor's office, Yossi Deutsch, Rabbi Kreuzer, dear friends of Olami. Mr. Mayor, it's a very special honor. Anyone who knows anything about Jerusalem or anything about the present history of this wonderful city knows that it's through your efforts, your passion, your love, your dedication, your resolute strength that somehow allows this city to continue to be the most inspiring place for all of us throughout the world. Therefore, you are our father. You are our mentor. You're our leader. And by joining us today, you demonstrate as well that you are our friend. And we are forever grateful. I need not introduce the mayor, but I would like to introduce the mayor to all of you. Mr. Mayor, these young men and women, the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds that are here in this room, joining hundreds and hundreds, perhaps thousands who are online in various centers around the world, are people of great passion, interest in personal growth, and yearning to collect and cling to something more than that which they see before their eyes. These are people of growth, of spiritual growth. They're people that find growth, perhaps at a Shabbat meal, perhaps at a hotel, or perhaps just standing with a friend. And this mission of Olami, which now extends to all parts of the world, this mission of Olami that fuses study with passion, celebration with good time, is a movement that continues to look toward Yerushalayim, for its leadership, its inspiration, and its guidance. We are celebrating the completion of the Sefer Torah today. And the mayor will be honoring us after he offers his few first small remarks. He'll be writing a letter in the Torah. But this Torah, Mr. Mayor, was not written with simple words or letters. It is a Torah written with 304,805 chesed of kindness that spans the entire globe, all ages, all backgrounds, in tens of countries, hundreds of communities. And through the magic and mystical power of modern technology, Mr. Mayor, as you join us, I'd like to gift you, the city of Yerushalayim, the disc of 304,805 acts of chesed that was driven through the work and the labor of one woman more than anybody else in this world, and that is Karen Hosberg. And therefore, Mr. Mayor, I ask you to join me here. On behalf of Klal Yisrael.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you very much. Actually, it's very exciting to see all you here together. And I'd like to commend and thank Rabbi Raphael, Butler, the president of Olami, and to thank my deputy, Deputy Mayor Yossi Deutsch, the Director General of the Ministry of Diaspora Affairs, my friend Vir Kahana. I want to also commend and thank Aaron Wolfson for the support and the help that you've been giving this project, amongst many, many others that I know, you're a dear friend of Yerushalayim, and thank you for your support and investment in our city. And most importantly, engaged and involved in good deeds and coming and supporting Yerushalayim in its anniversary, Jubilee, 50 years. But let me share with you a little bit of some personal perspective. I was 7 years old when the war broke out here in Jerusalem. We lived about 200 yards from the demilitarized zone between us and the Jordanians. And the tension towards the Six-Day War was tremendous. The city was dysfunctional. The threat to the Jerusalemites was real. As a 7-year-old boy, I remember the war started and my neighborhood was shelled and bombed and a few neighbors were wounded. We had soldiers running around because we were like the edge of the border. And I couldn't understand after the war ended, I couldn't understand why the adults were crying. Only when I was an adult, practically your age, as a paratrooper, I realized the moment. The moment after 2,000 years of longing and waiting to see the city reunited, after 2,000 years, we're now living in an era that Jerusalem as a united city not only belongs to us, but we have the opportunity to develop it as a united city. And to best understand my vision, how to see the future of our city, let me take you back 3,000 years. There was a time where all the Jewish tribes came back from hundreds of years of slavery in Egypt, and they all came to the land of Israel. Each tribe had a piece of land where they lived and created their skills and way of life, except the city of Jerusalem. Jerusalem was between Benjamin and Judah. So King David built it in a way that the Temple Mount, right behind you, was on the north side of the city, and the city of David, going downhill, a few hundred yards from here, actually was the center of the world. There's inflow and outflow of pilgrims from all over the world, Jews and non-Jews alike, came to worship God and to see the center of the religious world to date. So the feeling of coming to Yerushalayim was a feeling of belonging, because the city belongs to me as much as it belongs to all other people. If you live in the city or come and visit the city, we're all shareholders of this fascinating city. And that's why they say in the Bible, Yerushalayim osa kol Yisrael chaverim. Jerusalem makes all people friends. At any given moment in time when you come to Yerushalayim, like today, you see all people from all tribes. Another very famous phrase about our city is Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah. From Yerushalayim, from Zion, new Torah comes out to the world. New thought leadership. Because anything that was successful in our city automatically propagated to the whole world as the new de facto standard. And that role of being the center of the holiest place in the world, that makes all people friends, that some things that work here automatically become new Torah all over the world, that is not only the past of our city, it's the future of Yerushalayim. And once we understand that, we have to understand to develop, make Jerusalem like a magnet, a center for more and more people, create ideas that get people together, welcome people to our gates, and make sure that when people enter here, they feel as shareholders making Jerusalem work better. This is my 9th year as mayor. Thank God our city is doing well. If you lift your eyes into the skyline, you'll see many cranes in the air. That's a testimony of people believing in the future. We just had a government meeting today here in the Kotel, in Minarot HaKotel, where Jerusalem has been blessed and given by the national government a few presents and investments And we see more and more business people, more and more young people, the government, friends around the world connect to Yerushalayim in a spiritual and in very, very special ways. And when I heard what Olami does, I decided to come and commend the organization for a very nice, practical way how to connect people, to care about each other, to care about deeds, but actually to come and celebrate with Yerushalayim and its Jubilee. I believe that there's many, many ways to connect between the Jewish people. By philanthropy, by involvement, by investments, by coming to visit, by coming to live here. The challenges we have are great. One thing we all have to understand. The better Jerusalem does, not only is it good for the state of Israel, not only is it good for Jews around the world, but it's actually creating new standards that are very, very important to the future of the world. Basically, when I meet people around the world and they ask me, how does it work here? How can we have so many different people, so many different ideologies working in one city? And basically what I say to them, remember the city is not divided to tribes, it belongs to all tribes? So by design, we have all the conflicts you can think of practically on a daily basis in our city. The challenges between, how do we live together between ultra-Orthodox and secular, Jews, Muslims, and Christians. By design, we have all the challenges on our plate. I say to people that, I'm from the high-tech sector as an entrepreneur, I say to people that conflicts in our city is not a bug, it's a feature. And we have to work every day to see how, with different ideologies, we live together in our city. And once we can and do live together, it is a major, major statement that Jerusalem is fulfilling its role. So when you all come and visit us and we all do good deeds that are related to the city of Jerusalem, when we do all that, each one of you is helping us put another stone in the big wall called building the city of Jerusalem. Because building Jerusalem is not just the physical element of it. It's the love and the element that the heart share, part of your heart that actually resides in our city, is part of the strength of the city of Jerusalem. So I'm here to thank you on behalf of the residents of Jerusalem and to commend Olami and the wonderful deeds that you've been doing and all the people involved and engaged in this and other wonderful projects that strengthen the city of Jerusalem. It's not less than a miracle. My great-grandpa is buried on the Mount of Olives. He died in 1924. Imagine generations and generations of Jews that all they could do is maybe dream in living in the city or visiting the city of Jerusalem today with such power and emotions and pride that our generation lives. So we have a lot to be proud about. We have a lot of work to do. Thank you each and every one of you, and may we see you next year in Yerushalayim again. Toda Rabba, and thank you very much.